What is up, everybody? This is Marshall Lee of DonkeyJawProjects.com, and now Marsh Makes Comics on YouTube. And look at what I'm looking at, some crazy, creepy old comics. This is Silver Streaks, The Claw Returns. The avenging hand of the Claw reaches out to destroy the lives of his enemies. Read and see the exciting adventures of the world's most fantastical criminal in this issue. Dun dun dun. Oh man, it's kind of crazy. Some of these early comics literally look like if I had drawn them and like colored them myself and stuff. Or maybe not me, but just anybody. Like, it looks like stuff. I don't know. It's pretty cool. I love it. And then you can see, I've already looked through this. You can see this is a scan of it. I think that last one is must be like a kind of a fixing of it or whatever. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, I don't know. Pretty craziness. It looks kind of creepy and weird. It looks like some kind of weird cult pamphlet or something. I don't know. So there's Silver Streak. You see the two S's. It's kind of a cool little logo, actually. I don't know. He's got the weird arrow things on his waist. It looks like something you'd see like on the road, like paint, whatever, the crosswalk or something, and all this crazy stuff. And as you can see, this isn't the best scans that are on Comic Book Plus, but it is what it is. Sometimes these are people like users who kind of put these together or put these scans in, and usually it's really nice quality, but this one I'm not really sure why it's not such great quality. This comic is crazy. It's like this robot plane with like eyes, I guess. Skywolf. Kind of crazy. This one I actually really like the color scheme. It's just this white and red with like this monochrome kind of red, limited monochrome red coloring. I feel like this might be a fun, like to try to duplicate this, the same like ratio of color to white, negative color, I guess, and then keeping the color you do use as monochrome. Pretty cool technique that, it seems like they were experimenting back then a little more. It's funny, I actually titled this episode of the Early Bird Artcast, which we're watching, but then I got into this right away. I do have a little bit of a topic. Oh, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. The Green Claw. I didn't know it was called the Green Claw. I thought it was just the Claw. Actually, there's another comic that I was checking out last night that's even, in the same realm that has these same characters. That was way better than this. Let's see if I can navigate to that, because the reason why I'm looking at this is I'm looking for reference for some art. And here's another thing. This is the first appearance of this old Golden Age version of Daredevil. Well, not the Daredevil we know and love. It's a whole different Daredevil from a different company. So let's see. The Daredevil Master of Courage. Orphaned by thugs who ruthlessly killed his parents, likely story, and left him speechless by the torture they inflicted on him, Bart Hill, nice name, grew into manhood, possessed with the determination to destroy the forces of crime and evil. Again, a likely story. I don't. There might be some kind of caped crusader that goes in the form of a bat that kind of has a similar story. I don't know. What do you guys think? Um, let's see. I swear to devote my time on earth to make crime pay for the death of my mother and father. So, hmm, this started. This was published in 1940, September 1940. When was Batman published? It's funny. Like, we get into these kind of wars of, fan art, and if you should, not wars, but just like these debates of like, um, if we should do fan art and blah blah blah, like, or don't be derivative. All our most famous comic book characters are super derivative. Most of them are super derivative of things that came before it. Like, to the point where they're almost like it was like something that was done already like 5 times, and then one of them just caught on, basically. So Batman is a fictional superhero appearing in American comic books published by DC. Character was created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger, and first appearance in Detective Comics number 27, 1939. So 1 year. And how popular did it get popular in that issue? Like, how popular did he get? Did he have that same backstory back then? Because I know the stories have changed for some of these characters. Here, let's go to the Wikipedia page. Maybe you guys know. I love comic book history. I want to get way deeper into it than what you see in most documentaries and stuff. I mean, I love those documentaries, but what I'm finding is there's so much more, that is just untapped knowledge. All right. That's with anything. Batman fictional, blah, 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 Dark Knight. First appearance in Detective Comics number 27, 1939. Originally named the Bat-Man. The character is also referred by such epithets as Caped Crusader, The Dark Knight, and the world's greatest detective. Batman's secret identity is Bruce Wayne, a wealthy American playboy philanthropist. After witnessing the murder of his parents, child swore vengeance physically into see. This is kind of taking in the new, what the story is, just because it's showing an overview. Does anybody know if he had that same background where his parents were killed right from the beginning? Because I know sometimes that doesn't happen. So let me check out the chat. First, let me go back to Silver Streak. I do want to talk about social media a little bit, but I guess I'll get to that a little bit later. Sorry for anybody who came for that specific thing. Let's see. Am I public? I should be public. I know I pressed the public button. Yeah. Oh, nobody's in the chat right now, which is totally. Oh wait, yes they are. What's up, Fway? James, what's up? Dave Hingley, what's up? As far as I know, Batman's origin is constant. It's not revealed in the first issue. If memory serves, it's revealed in future issues. So yeah, like, I wonder when it was started, because apparently Daredevil has the same exact origin. And it might have came before. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, you know what? I mean, 39. Let's see. Did it say what month? So this was in September of 1940. So it's going to be close to a year, or at least like 6 months at least. It's at least 9 months. September's the 9th month. So it's at least 9 months after Batman came out. All right, anyways. Doesn't matter. I don't think the creators of Daredevil are going to sue Batman right now. Um, I knew Bart Hill as a boy. Bart's father was an inventor. Both his parents were ruthlessly murdered by a gang. They just said that already, like 3 times, so this is the third time. Murdered by a gang of crooks out to get his father's invention. That's interesting, to get his father's invention. During the attack, the thugs branded Bart's chest with a hot iron shaped like a boomerang. Yeah, because that's what you would normally do if you're going to try to get somebody's invention. The torture caused the boy to lose his voice. Oh, yeah, because that happens too. Awesome. Because of the brand, he always played with a boomerang. Okay, so he was he was like abused, so he's taking that abuse and making it okay. No wonder why nobody caught on to this one. He handled the weapon so well that people believed he controlled it by some magic. One day, I read about a fellow called the Daredevil. The president of the U.S. praised him for his daring and bravery in rounding up a vicious gang of criminals. The Daredevil always carried a boomerang. Right then, I knew that Bart Hill was the Daredevil, sworn to avenge the death of his parents by making all criminals pay dearly for their crimes, as told to the artist by Captain Cook. All right, so they're really trying to break the fourth wall here a little bit here too. Nice. It's funny though. Like, I think it's cool because when I was younger, I created a character. I always wanted a character that had a boomerang. So I had a couple characters, or it was like a reiterations of characters. And look at these thugs too. Like this guy branding him. It's like, what did they do it like on the spot, or it kind of looks like they're holding him down? So they kind of brought him to like their little cult shelter somewhere, and like we're like, okay, and it's just like, why would you brand him with a boomerang? All right. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but maybe one day I will, because this is kind of fun. I like doing this. So, yeah, this is Daredevil. First Daredevil ever. Oh, man. And interesting that he basically becomes a mute or something. Is that what they said? Um, Branded Bart's chest with a hot iron shaped like a boomerang. The torture caused the boy to lose his voice. Yeah, he lost his voice. Why did he lose his voice? Did he gain his voice back? Is he talking? Now to get the stolen money. It's interesting because depending on if you're showing him from the left or the right, he's a different color character, which seems a little problematic artistically, but yeah, it looks like he's only thinking stuff. Let's see. That's so the this Daredevil can't speak. The one we all know and love can't see. So that's interesting as well. Wow. Oh, look at this shot. Beautiful action shot right there. Yeah, I got my boomerang. I'm holding it up so you can see it. I'm cool, dude. Hopefully you guys can see this. It would suck if I'm like talking about all this and you guys aren't even seeing it. I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna start doing some art and talking about social media soon. So don't you worry your little heads, guys. All right, let's see. Oh, and then we get into a jungle story. Lance Hale. All right. I wanted to just go to that front page where I can see his whole design because I'm gonna draw me some Daredevil. Probably won't get far this morning, but we'll see. All right. Let's see the chat real quick. We see it. Okay, thanks, James. You rock. All right, now, kind of, I wonder, actually, back. Can I download it? I actually have to get going a little earlier today because I got to clean off my car. We had like a foot of snow last night. Let's see. Save image as. Come on, slow computer. Take a sip of coffee while I'm waiting. All right. Save. Now I can pull up the reference here. And the, is it called the navigator, I think? Oh, the sub view. All right. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. I was listening to, I made some Christmas beats last year, and I've had, also there's one that's like from years ago, but I was listening to that, starting to get into the Christmas spirit. You guys ready for Christmas? So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to put those behind some of my videos. All right, so let's talk about social media because everybody loves that topic, right? Oh, goodness. That's not really the reason why, but I just had some thoughts. So yesterday I was talking about this whole thing of I'm trying to think of a pose, sorry. This whole thing of, is the comic market like I tried to open this up and last night or this morning, and everything's all in the wrong place, and like I don't know where. Those layers, come on, let's open this junk up. Layers. Okay. I don't. Is there a way to just kind of revert back to like the old? Because now it's gonna want to toggle with tools and layers. That's the materials palette. Where's my tools? Is this my tools? Why aren't things popping out like they should? Where's my tools? Where's my tools? This navigator thing's dumb. It's not dumb. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, navigator. It's helpful. It's very helpful. All right. So this is the tools. Okay, this is. Oh my gosh. Which one is layers? This is tools and layers. All right. Where's layers? This layers? No. This layers? No. This layers? No. Is this? Oh my gosh. I probably should look at the chat. You guys probably know all about this stuff. Window. Layers. Okay, that's what the layer thing looks like, but I want to pull the whole thing out and put it somewhere else. Why won't it let me? All right, so that kind of worked, but I don't want the tools over there. Why can't anything ever be simple? You know what I'm saying? Burn. It either has to be in that spot or this spot. Oh, I think I might. All right, that's gonna be better. It's just these little things you learn one day, but you never use. Like, so you don't. It's not like something you use all the time. All right, this is a good setup actually. Except for these layers, I want to see them. These have to be very easily accessible. All right. All right. Now, it's not writing though. Like, what the fudgicle sticks? Where's the colors? Oh my gosh. Color wheel, slider, set. Color wheel. See, I'm not going to get anything done today. All right. But for some reason, it's not writing. Like, what the fudgicle sticks? It's not on eraser. What if I put it all the way to black? I mean, doesn't mean anything. It's on eraser. Why is it on eraser? That's why. Okay. And now my toggle. Okay. We're gonna start working here soon, guys. What you think? Oh, why is that there? This is weird. Oh my gosh. All right. Well. All right, there we go. All right, let's see. Do I have any time to do any work? Not really. Do I have any time to talk about what I wanted to talk about? All right, so, anyways, I guess what I was going to talk about, I do have a little bit of time. All right, so what I was going to talk about was like, all right, so yesterday I was talking about, is there a market for comics? And I think, I don't know if I know what the answer is to that, but but I kind of feel like yes, like, or is the market big enough? And I think that the market maybe isn't kind of big enough. Well, it's big enough, but it could be way bigger, I guess is the point. So, anyways, I'm still kind of thinking about that, but um, I was also thinking about. Well, actually, I've checked out this stuff from this dude Chris Fox. I don't know if you guys have ever watched him on YouTube, but I've seen his videos many, many times actually. But you go back to people and stuff, and you check their stuff out. And anyway, so he's like one of these guys who talks about selling your novel, not graphic novel, but your novel on Amazon and things like that. Wow, this post sucks horribly. All right, let's get a new layer. Maybe I should do little poses instead and then blow it up. using the wrong hand anyway. So, sorry, I know this is super exciting. Maybe kind of tilt his head a little bit this way. So, one thing that he was talking about was that, and I checked out his book actually. He's got a book called Right to Market. And if you're going to throw, you're going to probably have this leg out, right? And then, so I don't know. One thing is, he's talking about like all these like tactics on how to, kind of sell your book on Amazon and stuff, and what you need to do, and to kind of set that up and prepare for this kind of thing. And one thing that he didn't talk much about, social media. And I've been suspecting this a lot lately. Well, I guess probably the first thing is I heard this one lady, Gillian, I want to say Hall, something like that. I think that's good enough of a pose. We're going to go with that. She was talking about social. She has like a video called Social Media Lies. And it talks about, so it's interesting because you hear all these like social media gurus or marketers and whatnot. And, they tell you all these things, and then you go and try them, and it's like, yeah, they kind of work. But like, how effective are they really? Are they really like causing what you're doing to kind of like propel your efforts, your business or whatever? How much really having? And I think that sometimes they're not having as much effect as we'd like to think. And I mean, I spent a lot of time, like a lot of you guys watching maybe don't even spend that much time like doing the social media thing. But I've spent a lot of time looking into it and learning things and trying to, get better at it. Because I, tend to believe it's going to help me, promote my comics or whatever I'm working on. And I mean, it definitely has. I mean, I'm not in any way here saying that I'm going to quit social media or anything. But yeah. But I think that, I have put too much effort into it. You know what I mean? Like, and it kind of takes away from what is actually important, what actually is effective. Like all these tactics that I learned, that I'm learning about, none of them really require you to even have a social media presence at all, or at the very, or just have a minimal social media presence. What they do kind of tend to emphasize is, email marketing and stuff sometimes. But even that, like, they didn't really talk about it that much, some of these people. Like, it's not that vital. And you'd be better off, like, working on your book and publishing it. Like, that's what's going to really help anything. Um, so, you know, that's kind of, it's kind of, for me, it's a little bit of a revelation because I've put a lot of emphasis on this stuff. And I mean, I know it's not the only thing that matters or anything. I definitely know that. But, I think I've put much more emphasis than I ever wanted to put on it, and or that than maybe I should have, I guess. And so I want to start, just having fun on social media, but like I want to just like I'm gonna continue with stuff I like doing this show, and I have some fun ideas for like YouTube videos. I do actually enjoy growing like my YouTube channel and my Instagram and things like that. So I'll do what I enjoy, but I'll I think I'm gonna start de-emphasizing and putting, cutting out some of my social media stuff. Maybe in the coming 2019, I'm kind of going to work up to it because I kind of can't help myself in some ways, I guess. But chalk pencil, give me that pencil, son. Give me that dope pencil. All right. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I didn't really need to make a whole episode about it. Now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of wish I was just still talking about Daredevil. So yeah. Anyways, that's some thoughts here. Let me go check out the chat. It's about time for me to leave, anyways. I did at least actually got something done. In my opinion, like that's good enough. Like at least I got that gesture done. We can talk to the chat for a little bit before I go. I'll put my shoes on and talk to you like Mr. Rogers. Looks like James left. See how boring I was? I was so boring that James left. No, I'm just joking. I know he probably had to go. Let's see. Daredevil's belt is wide. Dave Hingley says Daredevil's belt is wildly impractical. His inner arms would be shredded just walking. I thought the same thing. Like I almost winced, when I think about drawing him. Maybe I can change that. Maybe I'll change that to like the rounded nubs. But the only thing is like that's like such a defining like thing to his suit, you know what I mean? So yeah, there's literally nothing good about that. Like it's not gonna help in battle. I mean, I guess it could if a bad guy like tried to jump on your back or something, he'd get like his groin sliced up or something, or who knows. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why my thing is doing the infinite. Oh, I guess I get it. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, I agree. It's wildly impractical. Totally is. Let's see. James says, yeah, the snow is crazy. Nothing to over a foot in a couple of hours. Yeah, man. Makes me wonder where you live at. You might have told me before. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's how far and wide this snow thing has gotten, but in Connecticut, in Connecticut, we got some snow for sure. Sorry for that noise. I'm trying to put my boots on. All right, let's see what else we got. Dave Hingley. would be Ace is Daredevil had multiple personality disorder. There could be pages of dialogue where he argues with himself like Ronnie Barker used to. That'd be funny. I don't know who Ronnie Barker is, but that'd be funny. Dave Hingley, no, not Christmas. It's too much to handle. I'm not a huge Fue says I'm not a fan of Christmas. I don't know. Growing up, Christmas was exciting to me, and fun. My mom made sure to make it fun, and she would always say, well, a lot of times she would say, we're probably not going to have that many Christmas presents this year. We don't have a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. And somehow, some way, I mean, she had a way of just kind of placing the gifts in a way that looked amazing. But I'd wake up in the morning and it just would look like the living room was flooded with gifts. Now we didn't, I think she definitely found ways to embellish that that made it look crazier, but she wanted to make it look cool and stuff. So, but we were lucky to have, what we did have, for sure. I know some people don't even have any kind of Christmas, and I don't know. It was fun. It was just a fun family thing. I always liked it as a kid. But growing up, I haven't had a lot of money for it, and when my wife and I first got married, we would kind of do the Christmas thing, and we'd get each other presents, but that kind of ended not too long into our marriage, and we stopped getting gifts for everybody else too. For the most part, we'd just get gifts for our nephews because we just couldn't afford it, and it's silly. But I still kind of enjoy Christmas. I don't know. There's been times I've hated Christmas and all holidays, though. There's been years where it's been rough, and I literally don't want to even know about the holidays. And I think this year and last year, we've been getting a little bit back into the holiday stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. But I love Christmas music, and I'm always interested. I mean, not all Christmas music, but I've always been interested in trying to make beats out of some of this old Christmas music. So that's kind of my thing. So yeah, I have some music that I'll be probably putting either in videos or just letting people know about it. It's not much. It's 5, 6 songs. Actually, it's more like 4 or 5 songs. All right. So let's see. Gotta go, James. Thanks for popping in, man. You're radtastic. Sure. Dave Hangley, I like visiting family. Just hate all the BS that goes with it. Gotcha. I used to buy loads of presents for massive extended family, but recently I've stripped it back to something more manageable. Oh, yeah. We literally buy no presents for anybody, not even ourselves, except for we'll get one thing for each of our 2 nephews, or maybe a couple things just for each of our 2 nephews, and that's it. People get us stuff, though, sometimes. Fue Storm, I can understand that. I just don't like any of it. I'm a bit of a Grinch. Haha, bug. Bum hug. Ha, bum hug is how he said it. Dave Hingley, it's too commercialized. Yeah, absolutely. Halloween is commercial, but it's not going to break the bank. Buy some sweets and it's all optional. Yeah, no doubt. Halloween is my jam, Fue says. Dave, I like it too, mainly for making cool costumes. Next year's going to be super fun, and my daughter will be old enough to do a little bit of trick-or-treating. Okay, so they're talking back and forth. Marsh, what about all these Instagram influencers, Dave says? How much do they substantially contribute to shifting a product? Yeah, I know. I don't know. I think some of them do. I think that some people do really make a dent with social media, but I think it's some of the stuff on the back end that they're doing that's even more important. They're doing Facebook ads and stuff like that, which is social media, but it's a little bit different. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think you can do some crazy things with social media. I'm not saying that it's not good, but you have to be super good at it, and you have to spend a lot of time really researching it. which I do a lot. But for me, like I've put a lot of effort into it and seen very little results. You know what I mean? Or I shouldn't say little. I mean, I've been involved in communities. That's awesome to me. That's like my favorite part of social media. I've been very involved in the communities. The 100 Days Making Comics is probably the biggest one, but many other communities, usually surrounding comics, sometimes surrounding other things like hip hop and um, the designer toy community was fun. I got into the Christian conspiracy community for a while. That was kind of fun. Um, but yeah, let's see. How much do they substantially? I do put up tweets, but generally I only tweet about stuff I'm currently working on. Cool, yeah. Fue, the most important part of marketing a comic is the interior pages. They have to have solid art and story. Otherwise, the rest of the marketing won't matter. Yes, very true. The story is most important, absolutely. And if you can get somebody to read your story, you can, and it's really good, and you hook them in that way. I mean, you got a fan. You know, you got somebody, and that's the thing. It's like we talk about these 1,000 true followers. What makes up a true follower? Not just a follower, like these, different followers. Like I have 900, whatever, 930 something subscribers on my YouTube. How many of those are true followers? Well, I only get like what 25, let's see, more like 20 to 50 views per video generally. um, some of those are from outside sources, but I'd say probably 20 of them are from subscribers who watch most of my content out of 930. And are any of those people actually true fans? Like what would be considered true fans? I think kind of. I mean, if they're watching that many videos, but is it converting to actually them buying or reading my comics? That's like the whole point of this. Maybe, maybe not. I don't hear a lot of feedback. I get maybe 5 people per comic, to give me even a little feedback that, hey, I read it. So how much is all this work going towards? I probably should have just made more comics. Every time I make a new thing, I tend to get more followers and things like that. So it's like it's more important to make the new thing. All right, Robert Johnston, what's up, man? They say in marketing, Andy, new push, you have to wait 10 days to see something, then a total of 40 days to see any trend. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, but cool. I'll keep my eye out and thoughts out for that. See if I recognize what you're talking about. But yeah, you do have to be consistent, spend some good time on it. And I mean, I've spent years, so I don't know. But I mean, I do get, a lot of followers and stuff here and there. Well, I don't know if a lot, but throughout the years, I've gotten, built up some and stuff. I don't know how helpful it is. I just don't know. Social media is slow going sometimes. Yeah, no doubt. Fue, yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you. Okay, because I'm tired. Doing good. Marsh, you should do a series of videos about first thought drawings. Like that Daredevil. I've never seen that. It would be cool to go back over original designs for characters that we know today to be different. Morning, Dave. Good morning. Thanks, man. Good morning. I'd love to hear more of that first thought drawings idea. Is it you mean like how I did today? Yeah, like kind of reading an old comic. I mean, yeah, that was fun. Like I didn't realize how fun that was going to be, and I think there is something to that. So maybe I will do some. Maybe that's what I'll do here. Sometimes on this because I like doing it live because then I could see your guys' reactions too. So thanks for the feedback. That's actually really helpful. But yeah, I do have to go. I'm already probably going way too long. I have to clean off my car. Okay, I still got time to clean off my car, so that's good. But I do have to go. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Um, if I was really good at social media, I would have like a closing thought so I could be like, hey, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And here is some wisdom from Mr. Stan Lee himself, or something like that. That would be like, I've been thinking about trying to do something like that, but no, I'm not that good at social media, I guess. But I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and I am going to try to set up this hangout before I say bye. But you guys know where to find me. DonkeyJawProjects.com is where you can find my comics. You can find it there. And then also patreon.com/DonkeyJawProjects if you want to read the new comics that come out every month, like Part, which will be coming out soon. I'm working on it. It's got a lot of work to go. I got 2 pages fully inked. And I have a bunch of other like rough penciled ones. I got to finish it out too. So yeah, I got a lot of work ahead of me this weekend. I'm really going to be pushing towards that. Just getting a lot of work done. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys hanging out in the chat, and watching, and people watching on the replay. You guys all rock. Thank you. And I will talk to you on the next Early Bird Artcast. All right. Peace out, guys.